guy that is making you more serious than maybe other fights?
Absolutely not. I'm just here because I have to be here.
Come on, it's not all bad.
Absolutely not. I just spent about a month in the mountains. You can tell from my lip, you can tell from my hands. I got cuts, small little bruises here and there. I'm not bougie one fucking hit. So this whole entire trip, all I did was just kick steel poles, beat the shit out of myself, and really push myself to the limit. And it wasn't gonna matter who it was. I could be fighting Werdum for a fucking title, and I could kick this guy's ass.
Why is it that you like to do that kind of conditioning and training so much more? I mean, people are usually just in the gym in a much more traditional setting. You're a guy who kind of takes it out of the box.
I like to push myself to the limit, and I like to break barriers. I set a huge limit for myself, about as high as the biggest mountain that's in Big Bear, which is 8,800 feet high. And then when I got up there, I was like, it's too easy. So I put on a 50-pound pack, and I started lifting 100-pound boulders when I was up there and started working out and hitting pads. I don't see any other bitch asses fucking doing the same shit that I'm doing. So I'm setting standards, and when I go on YouTube and I see people doing my workouts, and I see people emulating the things that I do, and I'm inspiring them to do these kind of things and to step up their game, that's awesome. That's inspiring. I don't have to say shit. The media says it all.
How frustrated are you, though, that it's an interim fight and that it's with Kevin when you and Khabib have gone back and forth before, and obviously Conor is something that...
Who's Khabib? I don't know who that guy is. Obviously Conor, the same thing. Who the fuck is that guy? It's not food. Fuck. You know what I mean? We're in America here. This is what I speak, and this is what I know, which is hard work, determination, and preparation, preparedness, and everything that I did for this whole entire camp was going to prepare me for this fight. Like I said, it doesn't matter who steps in front of me. I don't look past them. I look through them. And even with my glasses on, I can see through these fake-ass motherfuckers.
Tony, what is your diet like right now? It's very contrasting with what Fabricio is eating and your juice and your fruit. I know you have a pretty tough weight cut. What are you eating like now?
There's no tough weight cut, man. I'm actually right on point. But instead of eating bougie-ass food, I'm here and I'm fucking doing my shit. I'm a Neanderthal, man. I just came down from the mountain. Last thing I want to fucking do is engulf myself in some bougie-ass shit because I know it's going to make me weak. I'm not here to play this game. I'm not here for you guys in media. I'm here for one fucking reason. It's to remind you bitches that this is my fucking show. This is my time. I deserve this. I didn't talk my way here. I earned my way here. So when Conor signed with management and then they did all this other stuff, they agreed that this guy wasn't going to come to 155 pounds. I kind of find that as a conflict of interest. So for me, I'm pissed. And I got a chip on my shoulder. So I'm going to fight exactly like I have a chip on my shoulder, and it doesn't matter who the fuck they put in front of me. I told Brock Lesnar the same thing. You're the same fucking height on the floor. I'll ankle pick you.
Where does the switch come? Because a few weeks ago we were in Vegas and I'm still, working on 1,000 fight, but I'm very serious right now. When does the switch come?
There's no switch. This is me, man. I told you guys you weren't going to like me when I got to this spot. I told you, enjoy me now. And if you guys can go back to my previous interviews, I told you the same shit. Don't call me a liar. Same thing. I've been up there, I've been training my ass off. I've been training with fucking Yogi Bear and Wile E. Coyote. I'm the road runner, doggy.
It's funny because you were willing to fight all the people on the way up to the title. That's something before you never tried to jump the line, you never tried to ask for it before you felt like you were ready for it and you deserve it. But now it seems like you are a little bit more, I don't know, just taking a little bit more ownership of your spot now. Did something change? Are you a little more just annoyed that people are trying to talk their way up when you took all those fights?
No, absolutely not. I told you guys exactly what I was going to do, and I kept my word. I said the same thing. I'm not going to change. But I did say when I get to this spot, I hope you guys enjoyed me when I was nice. Because the people that were cool and the people that did good interviews and all that other stuff, everybody else that's fucking blocked and I don't give two fucks about them, they can kiss my ass. I don't need the media to make my shit happen.
It seems like the UFC is talking right now, at least the rumors are they're talking about McGregor versus Diaz.
Pieces of shit. Fuck that. Straight up. The rankings go out the fucking window. Everything else that they stand for. But it ain't gonna change what I do. I don't really give two fucks. It's gonna be on their conscience and it's gonna be on theirs. So when that time comes, I'll make them feel guilty.
How much do you care about this belt?
This belt? It's great, man. Yeah, absolutely. It's a belt, bro.
What does it mean to you?
It's a belt. It's shiny, awesome, it's cool, it's a piece of hardware that I can give to my baby boy.
Porque eu não comi nada antes.
You know,
não comi nada, eu vim treinar.
Hold on, I'm talking, brother.
Então, vai te fuder, vai tomar no teu cu, meu.
What I'm trying to say is,
O problema é teu, se tu falar, fala com o cara aí, vai tomar no teu cu, meu. Tá muito cheio da onda o cu do cachorro, vai tomar no teu cu,
Cuando
meu.
yo estoy hablando, necesito cállate.
Es tu problema, cállate tu puta madre, maricón. No, a mí no me digas así, cabrón, no me vengas a hablar así, que no es así que funciona, Tu vas a hablar así con tu división, conmigo no vas a hablar así, maricón.
What I wanted to say is fake.
Não, vai te fuder, vai tomar no teu cu, vai te fuder. É isso aí, vai te fuder, não, comigo tu não vai falar assim, ô seu merda.
I don't understand what he's saying.
Não entende, vai tomar no teu cu, é isso aí, ô palhaço. Tu é um palhaço, rapaz, tu é um cu de cachorro, rapaz. Vai, cállate um caralho, vai tomar no teu cu,
palhaço. You don't want none of this shit, dog.
É, isso aí é o cu de cachorro, não tem esse negócio aí comigo. Comigo vai falar com a tua divisão assim, ô palhação.
What the fuck you want?
Tu não vai falar, comigo não vai falar. Quem que é o pau no cu?
You and your punk ass
Não, teu cu, pau no cu, vai te fuder, comigo não vai falar assim, ô palhaço.
Big guy, right?
Big guy, é isso aí mesmo. Não, é um cu de cachorro.
Later, buddy.
Esse pau no cu.
Later.
Comigo não vai falar assim, ó, pau.
Hey, have fun fighting on my undercard.
Comigo não, maricón. Maricón de merda. Comigo não vai falar assim, maricón. É isso aí, vai te fuder.
I don't understand you. What the fuck are you talking about? Shut up before I ankle pick you.
Vai te fuder o pau no cu.
Anyways.
Assim, palhaço.
Anyways.
Palhaço, caralho.
Anyways. Caralho.
Senão eu vou dar um pau nesse merda aí. Esse pau no cu do caralho aí. Vai tomar no teu cu, palhaço.
Obviously, I'm getting to some people, so which is good. I told y'all, you're not gonna like me when I get to the spot, and I said it. Este maricón.
What do you say?
Bye, Felicia. He's managed by Ali Abdelaziz. So I don't know. Maybe they're playing grab ass and buy on YouTube funds. But it's a problem. You got a heavyweight trying to pick a fight with a 155 pounder, interrupting my speech and doing my thing. It's cool. He had his time. I guarantee you he's pissed that he got his ass knocked out. So don't matter with me.
You didn't talk to get your way here. You fought, and you won a lot of fights in a row in 7 or 8, right? If you have shown a lot of your personality, right, and that way you're not really trying to start fights with people that seem ungenuine, but your personality does get you into situations. Is that something that you've had to become more comfortable with along the way, and whether that gets you into squabbles?
Absolutely not. I just don't like the guy and I don't like his manager. I don't like fake people. I can read right through people. Now, like I told you, I'm a good judge of character. Now that we got that shit out of the way, I told everybody, I was like, don't put him next to me. Don't put me next to somebody a guy that's managed by him. I don't like that shit. I took Kelvin Gastelum and I brought him up to the Big Bear Mountain because he's Mexican. I took care of him and I took a big chance because I allowed somebody in my camp from another team. But instead of looking at it, what I did was I looked at character. If this dude's gonna run miles with me at night and go up a mountain and be able to do these kind of things, that's character. That's a backbone. That's what I look at. I can see right through fucking people, man. And the one thing is I'm not fake. I'm here. My outfit cost me probably less than $100 bucks. I didn't give 2 fucks. You know what? There's no such thing as luck. What I did up there in Big Bear Mountain is incredible. And the reason why I'm so hard-nosed and everything else, because the shit that I did to get my stuff clean, get the whole camp clean, I did 2 fucking trips. 2 trips. I had my strength and conditioning dude, and Coach Eddie Bravo took my thing, my ice bath. Nobody else fucking helped me. Management never even offered. The people that only offered were miles away, hours away. So I'm disassembling my own camp. What I brought up there and I made my camp. I put the team together and I did all of that. So for me, I don't care who the fuck is sitting next to me. I don't care who I'm fighting. I don't care who's got the next opportunity for belts. I don't give 2 fucks. The only thing that matters is next week at UFC 216 between me and Kevin Lee, I'm gonna be on my fucking way to victory. And I've said that from day one, and I'm not changing, son.
Is that why you don't, have a quote-unquote normal team? I know we filmed you drinking with Alan, doing some really, really cool stuff, but do you find, is it hard for you to trust other fighters? Is it hard for you
No. What it is I get lazy when I'm around other fighters. If they don't have the same work ethic and they don't push me, that's why I have coaches where I can get them to get me to where I'm at. That's why I'm kicking steel beams. That's why I'm not messing around. Like I said, it's like I could take that dude and I can have him, or even Brock, man. Anybody, and I can put them next to probably a 12-year-old kid and have them do the same workout and embarrass them because I'm a master trainer. I know how to train myself because I've allowed myself to be coached. This whole entire camp, I allowed myself to be coached.
That's a little different because I feel like, yeah, as a younger person, obviously, you played baseball, you wrestled, you were an athlete that had to have a coach, and then it seemed like you got away from that for a little while. So now you are back to sort of wanting another opinion in there. What's different? Why do you want to have a coach now?
I've always had coaches.
Even though I know you work with Eddie.
No. I've always had coaches. I've always had somebody overseeing everything. Even though you guys don't see them, they're the Wizard of Oz. They're behind the green curtain, and I'm the guy that's out there performing. You know, I mean, there's no Dorothy story. There's no story here. There's no Toy Story. This is exactly what it is. This is blunt force, brutal trauma. I mean, straight up. I mean, you guys see me skateboarding at night, but that was like one time out of the whole entire fucking place. There wasn't no act of rest. The act of rest was climbing up a mountain with big old packs on my place. You know what I mean? And being able to really push myself to a limit.
Do you feel that it helps you, or how does that help you in a fight? You know what I mean? Because it does seem like you put yourself in a lot of uncomfortable positions that maybe wouldn't be in a fight, but that you're constantly sort of using your brain to, I don't know, just try something different. So do you think that helps you with adaptability in a fight? What does it do for you?
It's creativity and it's evolution at its finest. Like I said, it's like everything that I did before, people are starting to emulate now. So obviously they're starting, I mean, to build a house you have to have a strong foundation. I have the strongest foundation in sports. I played football, baseball, and wrestling. I had to think fast, hit hard, and be able to adjust on the fly. And for me, like when you get bored of everything like that and you've mastered the basics, you start to expand the basics. So when people say that it's weird or strange, they said the same thing about Eddie Bravo. And they said the same thing about mixed martial arts. It's never gonna make it. It's just too whatever it is. It's not good enough for whatever it is. And now look at it. It's a multi-billion-dollar establishment. Eddie Bravo is very, very successful in what he's doing. And people, they said the same thing about him and everything else. I love my coaches. I love what I do for a living. And the biggest part is this is all extra credit. You know, now that we're calmed down a little bit, this is the fun part. This is absolutely the fun part because all that hard shit, you guys didn't get to see. I didn't put out too many videos. Wait till you guys see my highlight video of me training my ass off. You know, there was barely any puking. You guys know me. I push myself to the limit and I'm throwing up all the time. For me, I had a very good camp. My cook Randy and my training partners Alex Trevino and Randy Patino, those guys, they're fighting this weekend at KOP, and he's fighting Darren Kerchang. He wants to go and he wants to do some things. So when people come to me and they want to work hard, I'm gonna work hard too. So when you have a group that can work hard like that and there's no shop talk, there's no looking at the TVs because there are no TVs. There's only 4 o'clock runs in the morning. Why? Because Tyson did that shit. Ali did that stuff. All of the greats did it. I'm up in there in Big Bear and you don't, and then the funny part is the town folk are amazing. The people are amazing, and I don't bring people up there that are knuckleheads that don't respect the community. The people I bring up there are hard-working people that are going to respect the community, and then when we get pulled over in the middle of the night saying, what are you guys doing? They're like, oh shit, and they see it and they're like, oh hey, that's pretty cool, man, good luck. That's why I do this stuff. Not for the media, not for attention or likes. I'm like that little Banksy kid with the 0 likes above his head. That's what I am.
Tony, I just wanted to clarify something you said earlier. When you say you're upset with Paradigm, or are you guys on the outs a little bit because of what's going on? I just wanted to...
No, absolutely not, man. I love my management, man. They're great, man. Just got to keep them in check sometimes.
But they said, who's the one who said that Brad would stay at 145? Was it them? Was it his team? Who was that?
It was when I was right there in front of him, Brad.
It was him.
So, I mean, like I said, you know, I'm not going to shake somebody's hand, especially if they're going to be at 155 pounds.
Right.
Think I will? Absolutely not.
When did that happen?
I had barely anything to do with RDA when we were teammates over at Team Rain. And I love RDA, man. The guy works hard. He's a badass fighter. And it was one of the most exciting fights that we had in UFC, man. So, it's not us versus them or this and that or whatever, man. It is what it is. If I don't like somebody, it's because I don't fucking like them. You know what I mean? I'll be blunt and force. You don't have to like somebody to love them. I love Paradigm. Sometimes I don't like them, but I love them.
Do you feel like if they do that fight, if they do strike your deal, does that undervalue the interim title fight a little bit? Because, I mean, the interim champion is supposed to play champion, supposed to unify the belts in the next fight.
That's up to you guys in the media. It's up to you guys in the media to raise a stink. No, it's up to you guys to raise a stink, because I can give two fucks. Because one way or another, they're going to run into my ass. I said it in the beginning. I said it always the time. You know, even when Khabib was trying to fight Pettis, I was like, you got to wait in line, fucker. This is my time. You know, you got a guy that can't make weight. You got a guy that's a no-show. He needs to defend or vacate.
Do you think Khabib kind of messed up his chance? Because obviously he had the chance against the interim belt, and now you're fighting Kevin Lee, and now McGregor might fight Diaz. Do you think he's kind of blown his chance a little bit, and he's not getting that top spot anymore? That's what happens when you mess with him, man. That's what happens when you don't show up. That's what happens when you take those stupid opportunities. You want to roll the dice and let them fly. Me, we're playing Monopoly, man, and I'm just rolling the dice and I'm collecting my free parking, man. This is my shit. Like you were getting into it with Eddie Alvarez on Twitter. That was a little banner. Yeah, banter, that's what you're calling it. Yeah. It is what it is, man. I mean, look, like I said, I can see right through fake-ass people. You know what I mean? I was the Ultimate Fighter champ, and not once did they ask me to go on the show and coach. Now you got two knuckleheads that you want to go on the coach? That's what I was going to ask you about. Yeah, you seem to, you said something like it was a placeholder or something like that, right? Yeah, and even if it was number 7, dude, Kevin Lee has got more heart than half of these dudes in the top 5. And that's what I think about it. And because since he's got more heart, we're going to go in there, we're going to give you guys a fucking show. Well, I know when we were working together that night at Fox and you guys got into it in the now infamous interview. That shit was set up. That's what I wanted to ask. That shit was set up, man. Because you know what? They had a 155 pounder. If they wanted this fight, all they had to do was ask nicely. They didn't have to try to put me on the spot like that. So yeah, in hindsight, how do you feel about it? Because I know, just so you know, nobody said anything to me about, hey, try to get these guys to do this or try to stir it up or anything like that. So I am telling you, hand to God, I had nothing to do with trying to get you guys to go at each other. But at the same time, I feel like now with that interview going the way it was, but now just hearing you say that you actually think Kevin has a lot more heart than other people, like what is your take on him as a fighter, you know, with all of these things now coming into play? He's watching every move that I do. Eddie Bravo was tagging the wrong dude and he tagged him the right time and he said, finally you tagged me. Obviously you're watching everything that I do and I got you worried, buddy. And I could put all my training videos out there and it's not going to help you. It's lifting boulders and flipping rocks and really going diamond on a mountain. Black diamond. But you are obviously preparing for a very good fighter and a very good fight. What do you think he's good at? Obviously he's a very well-rounded fighter. He's an athlete. He's coming from a very good wrestling background, which I know. I was a captain and national champion, which he never even came close to being on that. I know how to beat this kid. He's mentally weak. Very mentally weak, like a half of the roster in the UFC. And the biggest thing is I'm bringing it back to old school, to when it first started back in Denver, you know, when you had Eric Paulson and a lot of these old school guys. They love the way I train. I'm old school, man, and I'm not going to change, and I'm not going to change anytime soon for anybody just because they think or they want me to. It ain't going to make me more money. What makes me money, like my first manager said, is by winning. Brian Stegman from Brock Lesnar said, Tony, don't worry about anything else. Everything else will come into it. You make your money by winning. Here I am. And when you say you're old school, do you feel like now fighters are a little different? Some people argue that it's all point scoring now and it's not real fighting. I'm just curious what your take is on the evolution of the sport. It's young. The sport is very young, and it takes guys like me to be able to pave that path and to remind these guys that it takes the old school ways to do it. Not the cryotherapy, not all this other bougie ass shit. It's the ice baths. It's the dragging the tire, climbing up mountains and doing stuff. I look at my media and I scroll 1 or 2 times and I guarantee you I see a shitload of people doing the same shit that I did about a couple years ago. And so that evolution has made it to that. I can only be excited, and you guys should be excited too for the next 5 to 10 years, because these younger athletes, some of them they shot up too fast. Some of them shot up too fast, and a lot of the other ones are smarter because they see it. This is a very smart sport, and you got to be business savvy with it, and you have to know your time and your range. And me, I'm very lengthy. It seemed like it happened very quickly and out of nowhere. You guys not get a long history there? I don't know. I don't give 2 fucks. I'm just here. I just come down from a mountain. I don't want to be around people that are gonna bring me down. This is my shit, man. This is my fucking time. Don't talk over me. Because when you were at that fucking spot, I gave you the time and the energy for it. I let you be. Don't be rude.
It's just rude, man.
Were you guys doing more media before you came here?
Nah. I like the guy. I don't know what his problem is. I just don't like his manager.
You know, Tony, you've done things.
I don't know. I'm over it.
You've done things the right way with the UFC. I mean, with this winning streak you're on, with your workouts you just described. Everything's been, you know, what more could you want from this guy? So from that standpoint, I mean, to have, you know, your path to the belt sort of interfered with, how does that make you feel? I mean,
9-0. I don't care.
Yeah.
I mean, it's 9 wins in a row. It doesn't matter. You line them up, I'll knock them down. It's like pins. And I'm a pretty good bowler, man. My high score is about 230.
What do you get?
Yeah, my high score is about 230 or 220 something.
16-pound ball. What do you bowl?
A 16-pound ball, and I ride the rail. Never been straight shooter.
Was there a time where you said, I can't worry about this stuff anymore, and I just gotta like be myself and just win fights like you said?
I've always been the same way. If I really worried about everything else, you would see me doing media. You would see me doing a lot more Facebook Live, social media. I haven't changed, and I'm not going to. Go back to my very first interview, even when I did with Karen Bryant. I haven't changed. I've been the same guy. I've been working my ass off, and the one thing that I have changed is I've watched my potty mouth. I really have, because I got a swear jar that's huge for my kidneys. If you guys seen some of my highlight films, I mean, shit, it looks like Scarface. It's crazy. I mean, I have to laugh when I see that, but then I think about it, and I'm like, you know what? I don't want my kid to realize that you have to do that kind of stuff to get attention. You have to use this.
But at the same time, you have seen a guy who, yes, his talent is way up there, but he has also talked his way into
it's good for him.
A lot of money.
It's good for him. It's a lot of likes and it's a lot of followers. I'm helping this dude. People that try, UFC's always tried to make stars off of me. They always have. I might not be as marketable as Conor, and I don't give 2 fucks. And I don't care, man. Like I said, I make my money winning.
But I think there is a little nod to you from the UFC. I mean, instead of like considering putting the Johnson fight as the main event, they kept you there. They
I was upset.
Liked you.
I was upset. I was gonna write Johnson a note and tell him, be like, hey man, I feel fucking terrible for you. Yeah, I mean, shit, straight. I'm not getting any points on this stuff. So you know what? Why would you make me the main event? Especially if this dude's going to be, I'm an entertaining fighter, but I'm always going to be the main, I'm going to be always the main event.
So you think Mighty Mouse should be the headline?
I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is something along the lines where righteousness and right rankings and virtue just got skipped. I'm here to remind everybody.
Have you told the UFC how you feel about that?
I'm sure they'll hear it now.
If Kevin or any other opponent watches tape on you, there's a lot of tape on you at this point, can they figure you out? Are you a fighter that people can figure out?
Absolutely. Good luck.
Figure out how to live in mayhem, right? How to live in...
Yeah, if you can see, for me, I'm chaos. You know, that's my special power. You know what I mean? Every superhero's got their superpower, and I create chaos when I need to, and I control it, I mold it, I form it. And I fit it inside that octagon because I'm an artist. I'm a sculptor. I'm a Renaissance man.
You know, Tony, you do sometimes get tagged a little bit.
It might look like that, but I roll with the punches.
Okay, yeah, that's what I'm asking, because, you know, I'm sure for some of your fans, you give them a little bit of worry sometimes in your fights. Is there a part of you that kind of needs that to fire back? Do you consider yourself a slow starter at all, or somebody that needs to sort of feel it before you can give it back?
Absolutely not. I said to myself, this camp, I don't want to get touched. So I've been working diligently on not getting touched. Ain't nobody gonna touch me. I told everybody, enjoy me now, because when I get to this spot, you ain't gonna like me.
As far as your personality, you know, when you listen to other fighters talk about you these days, they describe you as he's out there, he's intense. Like, is that part of like your plan? Like, you know, you're in their head, kind of, sort of, when they're trying to not just figure you out in the ring, but also your personality is in your head.
We can try, man. I mean, straight up. I've got, as I'm doing this thing right now, I'm already planning on how I'm going to be doing my workouts later. I multitask. I was a bartender, man. I had so many different damn jobs, it's not even funny. I'll spin circles around every single one of you right now and still serve drinks.
So if you're planning ahead, do you already know what you're going to say on the mic if you get the victory? I mean,
not really.
Who are you going to call out? I mean, I guess it would be about
call out?
Conor.
If I call somebody out, you really think it's going to happen?
Okay, so what happens? So if you you win, and you're the interim champion.
Everybody's going to protect their pocket.
And if Conor doesn't,
Conor is their pocket.
Okay. So what would you do? Would you take a fight at 70? Would you campaign for somebody else?
This is my weight class.
Yeah.
When I said I was going to get done with this weight class, I would either move up or down. Now, if there's a knucklehead at 170, T. Woodley's cool.
Yeah. So Woodley, you take a fight with Woodley?
No, I said T. Woodley's cool.
Yeah.
That's what I said. He's cool. He's good people.
He is cool.
He's hard worker. He doesn't deserve a loss at my hands.
Resigned to the fact that they will make McGregor Diaz instead of McGregor Ferguson.
It's not there yet. Only one thing is I'm not going to prepare for that fight because it's not here. The fight that's at hand is UFC 216 between El Cucuy and Kevin Lee.
Was this camp harder on you than any camp, and did you push yourself more because it potentially could go 5 rounds, or is it just a matter of, you know, more important fight like you're talking about?
You got to remember, I didn't have the Khabib fight. I've been training since January. So my camp has been 10 months. So I feel bad for the next person that has to fucking feel my leather.
Is that too long for you? That's a long time.
Not really. I'm patient. I have a lot of virtue. I'm pretty good. And I think a lot of my fans, I feel bad for them. I feel bad for them that bought the UFC pay-per-view that I didn't get to fight on. They got a shit poor show. And I showed up and I was disappointed. I got more pissed off, that not because I couldn't fight or Khabib, but more the fact that my fans got robbed on that. I mean, the people that spend their hard-earned money on the pay-per-view and everything, I'm not perfect, nobody else is perfect, but when you sit down and you want to watch a show, especially the UFC and the highest pinnacle in the sport, you want the people that you signed up for. Same thing for me. So for me, I enjoyed this process going to Big Bear. I loved the fact that I used my car as a work truck. I love the fact that when I can go to a store, nobody knows who the fuck I am. Why? Because I love peace and quiet. I love being able to walk around as a normal human being. What's wrong with that?
So you don't want the glory, though, that comes with being a champion? You don't want to branch out? We don't want to see you in other places doing other things?
I didn't say that. I just said I like being normal. So it doesn't matter if I'm a millionaire or if I'm fucking broke as fuck. You're going to still see me wearing the same shit, representing my sunglasses, probably which I love. I ain't taking them off for nobody. And the cool thing is I'm not changing. I'm not. The money and everything else might change people, but fast money, you lose it fast. Anything that's worth doing takes time.
So there's nothing that, you know, something, if you become a champion, sometimes it opens other doors for you. So you don't need any other doors open once you're champion. You're cool being champion. There's nothing else you want to explore, and that having that title would help you do. Do you know what I mean? Having
the title and having the belt, it's not like it's the grand prize. It's not Mario Brothers. There's always going to be a next goal for me. I'm already setting goals beside myself. I'm going to have Snapdown City Academy. I'm already certifying my instructors that are making over $100,000 a year as trainers. So I'm actually doing really pretty good for myself in investing into what I want to be lengthy. Money comes and goes. Same thing with power and same thing with energies and people. You do what you do with it. I'm not there yet. I don't have the belt, so it's hard for me to predict what's going to happen. I guarantee you people are going to fucking change. Who's not going to change? Me. So with that being said, will it open up more doors? Absolutely. It'll open up more doors for my kid, for my family. I mean, so if that is what happens, then great. And if I had to put on a monkey suit to go out there and talk on Fox again and somebody create a fight, we'll fucking do it. I'm not going to say no, I love it. No, it was great. I love it. Honestly, I have to say that I was very happy. I'm very excited to be here. Aside from all the bullshit and the seriousness, I'm very thrilled to be the main event. I'm stoked, man, to have fight for a belt. I can give 2 fucks if Diaz or Conor fight. What I care about is the fight at hand. And that's what's up. Because everybody's looking forward to this fight, man. I mean, regardless win or lose, I could walk away from this table knowing that I gave everything. And knowing that I really, truly worked my ass off for the last 10 months. And I would hope people see that. If they want to follow me, that's fine. I don't want fake people following me. Only my hardcore.
Great, Tony. Thanks, guys.